Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar on how to use Google Photos. What is Google Photos? Google Photos is a photo sharing and cloud-based storage service developed by Google. You can upload, backup, edit, store, and share up to 15 gigabytes of photos and videos for free. Here is the table of contents of what we will be going over today during this webinar. Firstly, we are going to look at how to set up your Google Photos account. Then we will take a look at the features and all the unique qualities that make it easier to use. Next, we will learn how to use and navigate Google Photos. After that, we will learn how to edit your images on Google Photos. Fifth, we are going to have fun and enjoy what Google Photos has to offer. And then to conclude today's webinar, Carly's going to go over a demonstration on how to use Google Photos. So first, we're going to take a look at setting up your Google Photos account. To locate your Google Photos, you will find where Google Photos is located in any of your devices, whether it is from your computer, phone, tablet, etc. On computers, you can easily type it into your search bar or find it in your Google applications. On phones or tablets, you can easily get it through downloading the Google Photos app. If you have an Android device, the app may already be pre-installed. How to find Google Photos on your computer. So here we see on the Google homepage on a computer, there is the option to search in the search bar here for Google Photos. Or the second option is if you're on a Chrome browser, you can press the Google Apps, which is just up top here in the right hand with this circle and the little kind of squares in there. So it'll open up and you'll just scroll down until you see the Photos icon. So you would click the Photos icon. And then to locate Google Photos on your phone or tablet, you will download Google Photos for free from the Google Play Store if you have an Android device. So the application for that would look like this little triangle here, or the App Store if you're using an Apple device. And this is what the application would look like here. If you have an Android, check first to see if Google Photos is already installed on your device. And down in the bottom middle here, this is what the app will look like for Google Photos. How to sign into Google Photos. First, sign into your Google account. If you don't already have a Google account, then you must create one in order to use the platform. You can use a non-Gmail email address to create an account if you would prefer. Next, you are going to sync your phone or tablet to your Google Photos through the settings on your device. First, we'll take a look at how to create a Google account if you don't already have one. So if you are on your computer, you can follow the link here. If one of the volunteers could just share the link. Step 2, you would fill in all of the required information. So as we can see, once we follow the link, it would bring us to this page where it allows us to create an account. It asks for your first name, your last name, your username, which would then be attached to your Gmail email address, or it gives you the option to use a different email address if you would prefer not to sign up for a Gmail email account. Then you'll create a password and then confirm that password and then select next when you're all set. Or if you've kind of realized, oh, actually I do have a Google account, then you can select sign in instead and it will bring you to the login. For smartphones and tablets, first you will find the Google application and then open that up. On the top right corner, press the account icon that will look something like this. It's just kind of got like a bubble person. Once you press it, you will see the sign in page. Press on Create Account at the bottom left, which is right here, circled in red in the bottom right. Once you've pressed on it, you can fill in your personal information to get to your Google account. Sync and back up your phone on Google Photos. Backup and Sync is a storage service that automatically saves the photos and videos on your device to your Google account. These photos and videos will be accessible from any device where you are logged into your account. Steps for syncing your phone. Firstly, on your device, open up the Google Photos app. And again, just right beside there is what the application would look like on your phone. Secondly, sign into your Google account. At the top right, tap your account profile photo or your initials if you haven't added a photo. Select Photos Settings and then Backup and Sync. You can tap Backup and Sync to turn it on or off. What are the benefits of backing up your phone? Never lose a memory. Any photos you take from a device with backup enabled will be saved to your Google account. Automatic sync. Any edits you make or photos you take will be accessible across any device that you sign into. If you edit and save a photo on your phone, the photo will look the exact same on Google Photos. Fast and powerful search. You can search your photos by people when you've enabled face grouping, places, and things in them. No tagging is required for this feature. Automatic creations. Bring photos to life with automatically created movies, collages, animations, and panoramas. Once you've logged into Google Photos with your account and synced your device, you can now enjoy using the app. Google Photos layout is simple, so it is easy to use. Your photos and videos are organized by date, and you can easily search up any image using the search bar. You can now edit your pictures to your liking, crop your images, and much, much more. Next, we're going to look at all the unique features and qualities that make Google Photos easier to use. Google Photos securely backs up your photos and videos from any device. Google Photos invests in advanced security infrastructure and easy-to-use privacy controls so that you can safely store and share your memories. Photos are automatically organized into categories, and images are easily found through the search bar. So on the left here, we can see if we were looking at Google Photos on a phone, if we wanted to search, we would simply select search, and then we see the search bar up top. You were able to edit pictures using the editing tool and filters. Integrate the magic of photos in third-party apps so it's easier than ever to access, edit, print, backup photos, and more. Share your pictures or videos. You can use Google Photos to share your pictures or videos with your family and friends, but can also share it to your social media accounts, such as Facebook. Next, we will look at how to use and navigate Google Photos. Uploading photos to Google Photos from a computer. To start uploading photos, click the Upload button. So here we see if we were on a computer and we had typed in Google Photos or got to it from the Chrome browser. Either way we got to it, we are now here. If we want to upload photos, in the top right of our screen here, we see Upload in the red box. So we would select that. Choose if you'd like to select photos from your computer files or from your Google Drive. So it will ask you first where you would like to upload from. Select the photos you'd like to upload and then press open. So here we see that this person has selected this file in green, and it gives a little preview on the right-hand side of the photo to ensure that they're uploading the correct one. Once they've verified that it's the correct one, they will select the green open button right beside the cancel button here in green. Once the picture is uploaded, it will appear on your screen. So a little notification will pop up once it is uploaded, and it'll show a little preview again. And it actually gives you the option to add it to an album right away, or you can do that later on. The menu bar on the left allows you to sort through your different photos. Create albums to better categorize your photos. You have 15 gigabytes of free storage for your photos. So here we see different ways that you can sort through the photos. To edit or share a photo, click on the one you'd like. Click the share icon at the top right, which is this little icon here in the red box. From here, you can add people's email addresses, copy the link, or send through Facebook or Twitter. So it's asking who you would like to share it with, so you can search by name, phone number, or email. It also provides some suggestions, or you can see you can create a link to the bottom here, share through Facebook or Twitter. Next, we're going to look at how to edit your images on Google Photos. Click the image you would like to edit by clicking the editing tool at the top right corner. So as you can see, it's just right here. Step 2. The first option is for adding filters to your photos. It can change the colors of your images. So you would select this option here, and then we see a variety of different filters that you can add to your photo. So these are all, you can see different variations of the original photo. Quite a lot of options to choose from. Step 3. The second option is for those who are meticulous about changing the lighting and color of their images. So you would select this icon here, and then it will allow you to play with the lighting, the color, or the amount of pop in your photo. And if we were on this, we would click on the circle, and then we could bring it more to the left or to the right to suit our preference. Step 4. The last option is for cropping your image to get your desired size. You can also rotate the picture if you would like. You can do the same thing on the app from your smartphone or tablet. The only difference is the layout of the editing options. So right here, we can see that they are able to crop the photo by using these circles on each edge of the photo. Here, if we wanted to edit the aspect ratio, we would select this option to rotate the photo to the left, to the right, or to completely change it upside down. We would use this button here. If your photo is slightly off center and you want to realign it, you would use this metric system here. Here are some more helpful tips. If you need extra help, press the question mark icon for extra guidance if you are unsure about something. They may have the answers to your questions. If you can't find the solution, then you can always search it up on any search engine. How accessible is it? Google Photos backs up your photos across multiple devices. As long as you have your Google account, you can access it on any device. And now we will take a quick tour with Carly. She's going to go over a demonstration of how to use Google Photos.
All right, so to start off getting to Google Photos, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. As we mentioned in the presentation, the easiest way is probably just to type in the search bar of your preferred browser, Google Photos, and it should be the first result that comes up on the page. The other way to do it, if you are working from a Google search engine or on Google Chrome, as you can see, there is this grid icon in the top right corner that shows all of the Google apps. So if you click on that, we can see the many different apps that Google provides, including Maps and Gmail and Drive. So if we scroll down to Photos and then click on that, if you are already logged into your Google account, it will take you directly to your Google Photos page. So if you have photos downloaded already, they will appear here in the main Photos page. But since we haven't downloaded any, it will just give you the option to start adding photos. To do that, you can either drag photos and videos from different pop-ups, for example, in your Finder or in your Photos app, or another simple way to do it is click this upload button here in the top right corner. And then it gives you the choice of either uploading files from your computer, from Google Drive if you have photos stored on there. And then down here, you can also automatically back up photos from your computer. And this is an option for both Mac and PC computers. And it can be very handy if you just want it to automatically upload photos so that you don't have to do it manually. And that way, if you ever lose your computer or another device, you will not lose your photos as they will be in the cloud. So for now, let's upload a couple of photos from the computer. A little pop-up should appear, and then you can select some photos from your files. You can select one or multiple just by hitting Shift and click. And as you can see, it just takes a couple seconds to upload my new photos. And here they are. Now, if I want to make an album for my photos so that I can organize them more easily, I can click on the Albums tab over here on the left side menu. And here is where all of my albums will appear once I create them. So to make a new one, I can press this Create button, Create Album button here in blue. And then it will ask me to give it a name. And then I can press Add Photos to start putting photos into my album. So I'm going to select these 3 photos that I've just uploaded. By clicking on them, I can see that they're selected because the check mark has become blue. And then I can select Done up here in the top right-hand corner. I can also select some more photos from my computer that I haven't yet uploaded by clicking this Select from Computer button. But for now, let's just add these 3. And here they are in my brand new album. To edit a photo, you simply need to double click on it to open it. And from here, you will click the editing icon, which is this one right here, second from the left. And now, just as we showed in the presentation, this first option allows you to add filters. So just an example of some of the filters you can choose. This one makes a warmer feel. This one turns it black and white. You can adjust the strength of the filter by dragging this blue button from the left to the right. It's stronger if it's more to the right, lighter to the left. And if at any point you want to go back to how it was before, just click on Original. Next, we have the second option, which is for making smaller adjustments to light, color, and pop. So just as an example, if we bring these over, the light is more intense, the color is more intense, and pop, which I believe is kind of like sharpness, then that also becomes more intense. Again, if at any point you want to undo the edits that you have made, you can click this Undo Edits button here to bring it back to how it was originally. And then the third option allows you to crop the photo if you would like to change its dimensions or to change the alignment. If you find it's leaning a bit too much to the left or right, you can shift that as well. When you are done, simply press the done button. And that is how you edit a photo. We have a few other options as well for what we can do to these photos. This magnifying glass icon lets us zoom in and out. This info button gives us a little more information about when the photo was taken and when it was uploaded. If I click this favorite button, as you can see, this picture was added to my favorites, which just means it's added to a special album called Favorites, where I can find all the photos that I like best. The last icon to the right, the three vertical dots, gives us a few more options. We can put it into slideshow mode. We can download the photo to our device, add it to an album or a shared album, rotate it, make it the album cover, remove it from album, or move to trash. If you would like to share the photo, then you press this button here for sharing. And you can either put in someone's email address to share it to them directly, or you can share via Facebook or Twitter, or probably the easiest way is simply creating a link. And then once the link is created, you can copy and paste it into a message or an email, or however you would like to send it to another person to share it with them. So a few more options on the left, I'll just go over them briefly. Sharing is where you can see your shared albums. That's one of the great things about the Google Photos platform and the other Google applications is that they are very collaborative. So you can create albums to share with other people so that they can also contribute to it, which can be handy in the case of, like, for example, family photo albums. You can also create photo books. Here is the favorites album we mentioned before. Then we have archive and trash. Albums and photos that you put in the trash will remain there for up to 30 days, and after that, they are deleted permanently. So keep that in mind. And then at the bottom, we can see the amount of storage that we have used so far out of the 15 gigabytes that we have total. Something to keep in mind is that the Google apps share the same 15 gigabytes of free storage. So if you also use the applications like Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Calendar, any of the files that you store on those will count as part of the 15 gigabytes total that you have free. If you want to purchase more storage, you can do so by clicking on the storage button. And then if you click Get Started under Get More Storage, it will give you more information about the different kinds of cloud storage plans that you can purchase. The last thing I'll just show is a few options at the top here. We have search your photos to be able to search for a photo in particular if you're having trouble finding it. Of course, we already mentioned the upload button. Beside it, we have the help and feedback button if you're ever having issues. We have the settings button here, which just allows you to make a few changes to your account, such as adjusting the upload size, partner sharing, suggestions, memories, location, and more. So you can go through that to check it out in more detail. And then over here, again, we have the rest of the Google apps if you want to switch from one to another. And then if you click on this button here, it will give you information about your Google account. And that concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much for listening.